Hey y'all, welcome to Pretty and Popping Shittarot, where the vibe is always motherfucking live. It's the only place you gonna catch this pretty ass face, bitch. Where the fuck you think you at? My shit, of course. Yeah. PPST TV 25. I love that shit. Yes, God. Pretty Papa Shit Sarah on Facebook, Pretty and Papa Shit Sarah on YouTube. Don't get scammed by the silly bitch. PPSCTV 25 is the cash app. If you needed me, I got availabilities today. Hey. So, y'all, I got a very interesting vision, right? And it was these three girls. And they were barely making it. I don't know if they were hitchhiking. I don't know what they was doing, but it was these three females, right? And I remember I was there and they could see me, but it was very weird. Just check me out. In the vision, these girls were traveling stateside, like they were going somewhere. And they didn't have a pot to piss in, they didn't have much money. And I remember I was cloaked as another female that they were like hitchhiking with, in a sense. And they were going from city to state, town to town, whatever. And I remember we made it to this man's house. And I looked at Spirit and I got very upset. And I was like, Spirit. I was like, I know this motherfucker. He a con artist. And he's a liar. So these women walked up to the house and I was like, hey, maybe we don't have to go here. No. Like, maybe we don't have to go. And they were like, well, we need shelter. Our feet hurt. Let's just knock on this door. House was like a 2-story home. It looked very, it looked like it was produced in maybe the 70s, 60s, or 80s. Very old school home. It stayed on like a winding road, and it was no gate around it or anything, but it was hills. You could see like hills or mountains in the back, or, you know, things like that. And I remember they had a very odd backyard, and then they had some pavers that went in a winding, like how the road went, and it weaved through their backyard to keep the separation of the hills in their backyard or whatever. I don't know why that's significant, but and then the pavers were gray. But anywho, but I remember the man had like glass sliding doors in the back, and if you open these sliding doors, you could see the mountains and all of that. It was very beautiful. And it was homes, and they were not too close, but they weren't very far. And I remember we got into this home, and these girls looked very, you know, distressed and torn, and they looked very tired. And I looked at them, I was like, y'all, we could go. We can go. And they were like, no, he's going to feed us. And he looked at me, and he noticed who I was. He noticed the vessel, not the spirit of me, right? And I wasn't who I was, right? And I remember he looked at me, and we went in the kitchen. He was making like grilled cheese and hot dogs and shit like that. And he only lived by himself in this big home. And I said confirmation with the ambulance going, right? EMTs. I looked at him and I said, you a lying sack of shit, you son of a bitch. I was like, you're not going to help these girls. You're going to rob them. And he was like, no, I'm not. I'm the good guy. Why are you doing this again? Why are you upset? And I was like, okay. So this man had a bunch of boxes in his home. And I looked at the girls. I was like, I really don't have a good feeling about this. I really don't have a good feeling about this. And the girls were like, we're just so hungry. Our feet hurt. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, Spirit. And Spirit was like, and I was there as like an angel almost, but a sounding board, but like trying to help these bitches, point blank to the fucking period, right? And I remember the cops come. All these cops come and surround the home. And these cops are like, come out with your hands up. And this motherfucker blame us. And he like, it's their stolen goods. They came, this is their house. And we were like, and I was like, I told these bitches that this is what was going to happen. So I went out there and I was like, sir, I could provide our identification. We just came. We're not even from this state. We just needed somewhere to rest. We're very tired. And he was like, well, you know, hitchhiking is illegal around this part. And I was like, I'm so sorry. We're just trying to get back home. You know, we had to make something up real quick. And we could provide with our documentation that it was not us. He has stolen VCRs, CD players, TVs, speakers. He had all types of shit, y'all. All types of shit in his home. I think he was squatting, if you want me to be real. But he immediately tried to push it off onto us. And if I was not there, child, them bitches would have been locked the fuck up. Because everybody was scared. Everybody was the fuck stuck with their dumb asses. So let's see what's going on. Let's see what's happening. Because I was like, Spirit, always gotta hold. Like, bless the child that got his own. You know what I'm saying? Alright, let's see. Goddess and the Masters, highest divine. Please allow me to tell my love bugs what it is. And it was 3 little Caucanese babies, by the way. We was all Caucanese. Yeah. I pray you block blind anything that hinders me from telling the most clear, precise, and urgent message. Ashe and Ashe. So let's see what's going on. Because that was just an interesting download. And I don't know if he was going to try to hold these girls hostage, make them do things. Yeah, something is happening. Cancer, Aries, Pisces, Capricorn, Gemini. Ooh, Virgo, Capricorn, Leo, home in a reverse. I'm telling you, somebody don't really live where they say they live at, or somebody is homeless, or somebody is hitchhiking, or somebody, I'm telling y'all right now, yes, with safety coming out here, I had to protect them bitches. I'm trying to tell you, they was all scarred up. If you could see her on this card, she got like little marks and stuff like that, but that's just cellulite and shit, yo. But I told y'all these girls look like distressed, they look tired, they was going through it, right? So they could have been runaways or something like that. But it's crazy because something is going to balance out. Somebody needs to be patient. But maybe you looking for these girls. Maybe something about these teens. Because they were younger. They were younger. They were not older women. They were younger, like early 20s, younger, like early teens, right? And not early, but late teens. But I'm telling y'all, yeah, somebody you will, I don't know if you're looking for these women, if y'all gonna get like a call from a different state, a different location. Because this man in real life, I kept saying like, we need to go. And he was like, no, why would you do that? No. And I was like, y'all, let's just eat and let's go. And they were like, we're just so tired. And he got running water and he got this. And I was like, I don't have a good idea. Like, I don't think this is a good idea. I don't have a good feeling about this. And this man was just hell-bent on having these women say, okay? He was a Caucanese man. Could have been Spanish. But I'm telling you, fair skin like shit. Fair skin, could have been white, Indian, white. I don't know. Just, he was a white man. He had fair skin. I can tell you that. And somebody, don't take this man's kindness for weakness. These women out here are very young, doughy-eyed, y'all. These women are very, very young. Somebody even could be 17. Okay, what's the ages? Let me see if I can find. Somebody could be 24. This could be going on for 7 months, 7 years, something since Cancer season. Somebody could even be 13. I said early teens. Somebody could be 22, 16. Somebody even could be like leaving a cult or something like that. Or like, we got 18. Could be leaving like a very bad home domestic situation. Or like, maybe like they just, maybe, I don't know, just was in the wrong place, wrong time, couldn't make it back home, got lost, I don't know. But something about this man was going to try to sexually, like, assay them, like, for real. This man was really going to harm these women. But the cops, when I tell y'all the cops pulled up quick, oh yeah, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn out here. And somebody going to be asking for forgiveness. These women are very naive, very green, very gullible. I'm telling y'all, still wet behind the fucking ears, got mother's milk on their fucking mouth, their tongue. Like the titty still, you know what I'm saying, just popped out. Anything else, Spirit? And these are sisters. Family is looking for them. But I'm telling y'all right now, y'all, they're still alive. So I'm going to leave it here. Book me if you need me later.